What's up, guys? This is Jeremy with Arkansas CW. I had the chance to sit down and speak with the stars of Supernatural, Jensen and Jared Padalecki, or as you guys may know them, Dean and Sam. So let's check it out, y'all.
So you guys just finished wrapping up last week. Can you tell me what were those last few days like on set? And what were some of the emotions going through you guys' heads?
The last day on set, the last week, let's start with the last week, the last episode. All of the emotions. Every day I read the script before I go to work. I get on the treadmill and just read the script, and it's just the way I kind of wake up and remind myself what I'm doing. And not just the content of the pages, but also just the knowledge that it was going to be the last episode of the series was pretty emotional. So I think I had kind of gone through the gamut of emotions in the 5.5 COVID month quarantine prior to it. And so that last week, I feel like I was able to kind of focus on what Sam was going through and not have Jared's like over emotional bleed in too much. And then the last day was certainly emotional, but I was sort of overwhelmed with happiness, like with kind of just a feeling of completion or of finality or something. And so I just remember wanting to smile a lot. Even though I was saying goodbye to people, I was like, man, like we all did it. You know, you're looking around, I'm looking at Ackles especially going like, dude, you know, you and I have been here since day one, way back in February of 2005. We did it, man. And then even looking at the crew around us and thinking the same thing, like what all these people have been through in the last, however long they've been with us, some for 15 years, what we'd all been through. I was really proud of us. You know, I really, like one of the first times I've ever been able to go like, hey, I'm really proud of us and I'm really proud of me, like for not the way it looked on camera or on the TV screen, but just because I know what went in, you know, after they called cut and before they called action. So yeah, it was pretty nice actually.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with Jared. I'd say that, you know, 15 years ago, he and I got onto a roller coaster together, and we didn't separate for 15 years. And so it was no different that final week of filming that he and I were going through the same emotions, feeling the same feels, you know, having those same moments. And it was a beautiful ride. It really was. And it was, you know, couldn't have asked for a better partner.
So I know that you guys have mentioned that the ending for the brothers will be satisfying and peaceful to a degree without saying too much, of course. But for all your fans out there, how many tissues exactly should we have on hand prepared?
All of them.
All of them.
You better start buying them now because tissues aren't easy to find in this COVID world. So,
yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just get a whole roll of toilet paper and keep it next to you. It's
yeah. I don't feel like there are going to be many people that are able to watch the finale in real time. And that I just say, I think there's going to be a lot of pausing to wipe the tears out of their eyes and then catching back up. And then like, I can't see, it just feels like I'm underwater. Yeah, it's a really emotional episode, just especially knowing with what's going on, with what the episode means. Again, not just what the scenes are about, but what the show means as a whole.
The camera operator, I'm going to totally throw him under the bus here. During one of the more emotional scenes, and this is a guy who has watched he and I on screen for 15 years. After one particular take, he actually had to take one of the lens wipes and soak up the tears that were in his eyepiece.
All right, so you guys have been on this 15-year-long journey. Now, if you could go back in time and give yourselves advice as young men before the show started, what would that be?
I guess I've thought about it and kind of like, what advice do I want to give myself now that I wish somebody had told me, especially me? I think now, kind of going back to what you asked earlier about how I feel now, 8 days out from the last day of filming, to knowing how difficult it got sometimes. You know, anybody's life, no matter what you're doing as a profession or where you are in the world, in a span of 15 years, you're going to have some highs and you're going to have some lows, no matter what you do, no matter what you're going through. I certainly had both. And sometimes in those overstressed moments, the lows get pretty low. So I guess I would try and tell myself, you know, keep going. No feeling is final. And you'll be so proud of what you're a part of when it all comes to an end. So, you know, one foot in front of the other.
Yeah, there's a laundry list of things that I probably wish I could tell myself, in a variety of topics. But as far as the show goes, I would probably just tell myself, look, I know you might think it's funny, but when the cocktail sausages come out in the scene, don't grab them and just start eating them, because then they're going to make Dean eat all the time for the next 15 years. And that's on you.
Yeah, that is on you. And I guess I would have told myself, hey, start eating stuff in scenes. They'll make it part of your character. That was the irony, is they never let me eat. And I'm like,
Yeah.
it's called cut. And I was like, can I have a couple burgers?
All right. So I got a fun question here for you guys. So if you lived in a supernatural world, would you want to know that the monsters are real?
Oh, yes. I do.
Yeah.
I will. Yeah.
Yeah, because now I know how to handle them.
Yeah. Pre-season 1,
No.
Jared Lucky, no, don't let me know.
Unless
No.
you had the number of somebody like a Winchester, then okay.
No, then fine.
Yeah. Oh, now it's like, bring it on.
Yeah, I dare you.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind. I feel like my monster hunting skills have gotten rusty after 8 days. I'd like to polish them off and give it a go. See how I do.
Yeah.
It's been such a pleasure speaking with you guys. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Good to talk to you.